So today we've got another unboxing here from Amazon. Let's get right into it. Enjoy! So what's going on, guys? How are we all doing? I hope you're well. If you saw my Doctor Who collection update, like the new season 22 box set, in the same vein as that, I did pick up one of the other new collector's editions that have come out, and that is the new 4K of the Daleks movie. And I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a bit worried, because if you hear that, something sounds loose, and I'm a bit anxious to open this. But so yeah, we're going to open it together. We're going to look at the set, so let's just have a look. Oh, this is a fucking big set, Jesus. And so there we have it, the 1965 Doctor Who and the Daleks 4K brand new restoration from Studio Canal. So it's the first ever Doctor Who feature film starring Peter Cushing and directed by Gordon Fleming. Yes, as you can tell there, they've got this lovely new, beautifully original commissioned artwork here, which obviously has the different drones at the front, and we have the lovely red and black Dalek that we see in the actual film. We have our main cast here, so we obviously have Doctor Who as he goes by, not the Doctor. We have Susan, Ian, and Barbara. Very nice. This collector's edition comes with a limited edition coin, a 44-page booklet, a 32-page Titan mini book, 4 art cards, and 2 posters. I am so sticking those fucking posters up. Are you mad? You can tell I'm a big fan. Yeah, some special. So the special features we've got on this are new: The Dalek Legacy, Destination Skaro. I think that's a little documentary there. Restoring Doctor Who in 4K. Oh, excited about that. You know me, fuck it. I love me upscaling stuff. And the fact that they've done it to 2 of my favourite films, obviously the new second one hasn't come out yet. But yeah. Audio commentary with actors Janine Linden, which is Barbara, and Roy, and Roberta, I can't say her surname, but that's Susan. She's great. I love her in the Dalek Mania documentary, which also does come on here. Thank God, Dalek Mania. Absolutely incredible. Please go watch that. Audio commentary with critic Kit Newman, screenwriter / writer Robert Sherman, and actor and writer Mark Gatiss. Obviously, you know all those three. They're in New Who, basically. They help out, and they've been doing that for years. Dalek Mania, as I've mentioned. Interview with Gareth Owen, and original trailer remastered for 2013 release, and a still gallery. Very nice. What I'm going to need for this is a 4K Ultra HD with HDR and Ultra HD Blu-ray player. You don't need because I know something like the Batman release needed the HDMI as well. You don't actually need the HDMI for this one, it says on the back of the release. The 4K, the runtime, the feature runtime is 83 minutes. The 4K disc has the feature, and the Blu-ray disc has the feature and the extras. 2.35.1 aspect ratio. Resolution is 2160p for Ultra HD. It's got duo mono LCPM for audio, English, SDH subtitles. The 4K is ABC, so it's region free, but the Blu-ray disc is region locked. And it's in colour for both of them. Obviously rated U for Universal, so everyone can watch it. Right, enough about talking about the set. I want to open it up and look at everything, and then I want to go watch the film and talk about the transfer. So give me a second to get me out of the xylophone. Give me a sec. Right, I've got it out of the set. I really do like the fact that it has the title all the way around, which is quite nice. So I have to get the J card off the top. I will say, though, the fact it's got a little quote on the back here. They're beyond reason. They only wish to conquer. I mean, I wish there was something on the back of that, personally. But, yeah, I also didn't realise that it was going to open up like this. Like, I thought it was going to be a pull-out thing. And I didn't realise it's got quotes in all of it. See? This is how interesting. This is most interesting. I think it might be the coin that's rattling around. It was the coin that was rattling around. Thank God. It's not even in the protector, which is hilarious, but that's so fucking cool. In fact, they've done a coin, like a Dalek coin. That's so cool. I didn't even realise this came with it. I shouldn't have flipped it, should I? But yeah. So on the back you've got a Thal, and on the back you've got 3 Daleks. And they only wish to conquer. They are beyond reason. It says on one side, and the other side it says Doctor Who and the Daleks, 1965. And that's what it says. It's really nice to have a coin like this. Very rarely stuff comes with this in like a collector's edition. This is a proper collector's like edition compared to like the standard Blu-ray 4K. set that they're doing. But yeah, this is really nice. I wonder if they're going to release these on standard edition with slips. They've got to, surely. The film itself comes in a nice little digipack on the inside. I do kind of wish it came in a proper case, but actually at the same time I do love this digipack. There you go, you've got the same artwork there, minus the companions. If we take the discs out, got some lovely behind the scenes like stills that they did for promotion of the movie. And this nice, like, proper 60s style in there. I really like that. I do really like that. I like they keep the 60s aesthetic going for this release. Obviously, they would have to because it is a 60s release. Yeah, very nice to have it in a little digipack. I must say, again, the colouring of this entire set is absolutely gorgeous. Really nice. Back to the coin. I think it was supposed to come in this, but mine didn't, so it's just sort of... So yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Go in there. So that's why it was rattling around so much. We'll go to our art cards next. All black and white cards here. I don't know why they've chosen that one. That one's awful. That one's nice. I like it. So we've got a nice shot of Ian and Barbara with the Thals going to the river, making their way through the mountains to make their way inside of the city. Very good. Very tense scene. We have the leader of the Thals and his love interest, who is very badly ADR'd in this entire film. I don't know why. She was only there for the face. She actually talks about that in the Dalek Mania documentary. So again, check that out. There's a lovely one of Susan with the Daleks. Love this one. Very nice. Yeah, that's my favourite of the four. And then we just have this random still of when, I think this is when, I don't know if this is when he's travelling or if that's when the guy pushes the Dalek into the console in the final battle. But yeah, very nice. I like how they're all in black and white. Very interesting. Yeah, nice to have 4 art cards with a release. Like I said, this feels like an actual limited edition compared to, like, I think this edition is way better than the collection range that we've been getting so far. But maybe it's because this is Studio Canal and they have more money at their disposal. It's the mini comic. Very nice. They use that lovely poster from the series. Oh, this is filled with so much. This whole booklet is so interesting. It's filled with so many behind-the-scenes stills of like the cast. Like the contents of this. You've got the creators of like the film and the. You got the creators, the Dalek Mania, the cast, the TARDIS, Skaro, Planet of the Daleks, merchandise. So, example, so for creators, look, you've got the director and you've got Terry Nation there from that lovely Radio Times spread he did before Planet of the Daleks came out. And then obviously we're talking about Dalek Mania. So it talks about all like how crazy people went in the 60s for the Daleks, which is something I really want. If I could go back in time, it's something I probably would want to experience. I'm not even going to lie to you. We've got a lovely cast behind the scenes shot. I love this picture of Peter Cushing with the red Dalek. It's so nice. It was a proper little fucking, what is it? And as you can see here, this is one of the streets that's on the back lot of Shepperton Film Studios where they filmed Doctor Who and the Daleks. And they actually redo this scene. They reuse this street in the next movie. If you know your films, Shepperton TV Studios is where they filmed Episode 4 of Star Wars. So for you fun little people out there. And also, I like how this, whatever this release looks, the Doctor Who and the Daleks official stories from the films by John Walsh. That looks really nice. I might pick that up. But yeah, really like this little booklet. This is really nice. Like the fact this comes with this also comes with a booklet as well. It's not in depth as the other booklet, but it's still got a booklet as well. No, tell a lie. You get 2 booklets. Sorry, you get this little collective mini book, and then you actually get a full-on normal booklet as well, which is 42 pages long. Tells you the cast and the crew, and it's got some essays in here as well, some lovely stills and stuff like that. Lovely 2-page stills as well. Yeah, very, very thorough release here. I think this is really worth the price tag personally for a 4K limited edition disc, because it's really filled to the brim with a lot of limited edition stuff. So far we've gone through the art cards and the 2 booklets and the films itself, and we've still got, to round it off, we still have 2 posters. So I'm going to quickly show them off now. So we have the newly commissioned one right there, which is very nice. I do love this original artwork, and if I want to have a little gander myself, if you don't mind. Generated in 4K and back in cinemas. Yeah, I actually do have tickets to see this at the end of the week, which I'm very excited for. But this one is the poster I'm most excited about, because I remember because I love this poster so much. I can't wait to get this framed. I love this poster so much. I remember there was a in my old hometown of Bury St Edmunds. I don't know if any fan has lived there in the last 25 years, but they had a small shop on Angel Hill, where the Angel Hotel is, opposite the Abbey Gardens. It used to be a sci-fi shop, and they used to have a Dalek in the window, an R2-D2, a Darth Maul, etc. And then by the time I was old enough to go in there, it had gone. And I think I only remember going in there once after the age of 5, between the ages of 5 and 10. I literally only have one vivid memory of going in that shop. I don't remember buying anything or anything, but yeah, no, they had that, like a big that version of that poster of Doctor Who and the Daleks in the window, and I always wanted it. But yeah, no, really, really happy with this set. Honestly, it's phenomenal. So I'm back from watching Doctor Who and the Daleks. It's been a few days actually, and I've also been to the cinema since I've watched this. So I went to the double bill of both of these films. Oh, look at the way that glows. Right, that looks beautiful. I'm not going to talk too much about Dalek Invasion of Earth because I'm going to save that for when I get the actual thing in hand. But this film, yeah, it looks way better than this transfer. I'd say this 2013 transfer for this movie and the and the Dalek Invasion of Earth one are they're very dry. They don't look as colourful as this. Like this it was very colourful. First of all, I will say it was very grainy. When I watched it, I put it on. I was like, it's supposed to be a 4K transfer. It's supposed to clean it up, but it was still very, very not blurry, grainy. And I was like, a bit off-putting. But then you get to some of the close-ups, and then you get to the city, and you start seeing the Daleks up close, and they just look incredible. Like honestly, some of the city stuff like that, it looks very colourful and looks very wonderful, I must say. But then I think because it was all studio bound compared to like the second movie, so I think that's why it's very grainy. Like it's like I don't know. I think you get that quite a lot with indoor shoots, whereas I swear outdoor shoots are much more easier to clean up, or is it the other way around? I can't remember. But yeah, rewatching the film itself, sound wise, it does sound pretty good. It's much more like it's much better sound mixing on this than the previous release. But then the film itself, sound-wise, I think what brings this movie down personally. Like I do enjoy this movie, but only up to an extent. Like it's really fun, it's really fantasy, it's brilliant. It does the story of the Daleks better than the TV show of the Daleks, I think. But just the way that the Daleks talk, they talk very slowly, like this, and then they're always over-explaining. They'll explain what they're going to do, and then they'll go to the next scene where they'll probably be talking to another Dalek or the humans or something, and then they just say the same thing again, and it's just like, why? There's no need for it. The actual design of the city is absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely adore it. I absolutely love the Daleks themselves. I love the hierarchy. I must say the transfer is really good because like I didn't notice the blue collar worker Dalek on the flamethrower like as a little in joke, but yeah, no, like it's like I never noticed that in any of in the previous Blu-ray and in this in the DVD version that I have. But yeah, no, it's honestly really, really good. Honestly, it's really nice that you can now spot these little things. Like there's like the 4K transfer. Like people are like, yeah, people have been saying in the reviews like you can see a lot of imperfections now because of these 4K transfers and stuff like that. But then you get to see little oddities like that were proper hidden and stuff like that. I love that about these. I love that about 4K transfers and stuff like that. And I think this is actually still a very good transfer, even though I feel that the grain is very noticeable and a bit distracting in some scenes. Then it's completely gone in some things. Maybe this one's a little less inconsistent. I must say it looked way better in the cinema. Like I could barely notice the grain. So I feel like this film and maybe Dalek Invasion of Earth, when I forget the 4K and have a look at that, maybe this will be like maybe that will have the same problems as this disc does. You know, like it looks way better on the big screen than it does on the small screen. So who knows? But yeah, no, the overall film, let's talk about like the actors. Like everyone's really great in it. Like Peter Cushing, Roy Castle, Roberta Troy something. The guy who plays Aladon, the leader of the one who becomes the leader of the Faust. He's great in this as well. I think the entire cast, like the human cast, the human actors, like the human faces you see throughout the film are much better. And probably they actually really carry this. Like it's so whimsical. I was proper in the cinema. I will say. Let's talk about the cinema now. Away from the 4K transfer and of this release. When I was in the cinema, I was completely blown away and absolutely encapsulated with the world. I feel like the world building was really well done. Like that fantasy element, it felt very Wizard of Oz, which I think is what Matthew and Billy on the review of Death was saying as well, which I actually completely agree with, because it's very, very Wizard of Oz-y, and I think it really helps this story where going to an alien planet, and then when we come to Earth, it becomes more of a drab dystopian film. I like the two contrasts of film. I think that's what really works about these two movies, that they go hand in. You can't have one without the other because they're great companion pieces, if you ask me. The Daleks look, like I said, the Dalek design is absolutely incredible. The flashing lights are a bit, the lighting is a bit distracting, because like some of them, like when they stop, like they're obviously flashing, aren't they? But then they'll start talking and there won't be any lights going, and you're just like, that's really distracting. It's breaking the immersion a little bit. Like, I don't know, something, maybe some more coordination would have helped that scene a bit better, those scenes better, but who knows? It's all in hindsight, isn't it? But I'd say overall, I think this release is very, very worth the money, actually, personally. The collector's edition, personally. For someone who collects Blu-rays, as you know, who loves all the art cards, booklets, posters, all of that, I think this set is really worth the money. And I think this is way better for money than the actual limited edition collector's sets we're getting from the Doctor Who range, if that makes sense. Because those big box sets, it's like we don't get any limited edition content. We get some extra bits in the booklet, but that's fuck all. Like, honestly, put 2 art cards in there and I would be like, yeah, it's like there needs to be something a little bit more exclusive apart from the packaging and a bit of writing in there. Like, add extra special features. Like, we're paying extra for extra. That's the whole point, you know. Whereas this is $49.99. I would happily pay this to get a 2-disc Blu-ray edition, 2-disc 4K and Blu-ray edition. You get coin, 2 posters, 2 booklets, and art cards, and a limited edition box to keep it in as well. Like, and original artwork on all of it. Like, all of it. Like, I don't know why I have to keep selling this to you. For a Doctor Who collector, I think this is phenomenal. And for people who collect Blu-rays and 4Ks and like older 60s films as well, this is also a must-have as well. If you ask me, it's quintessential British cinema as well, because Dalek Mania was so huge back in the 60s, so I would highly recommend picking up this film and Dalek Invasion of Earth when it comes out. I don't know, probably by the time, this is really far in the future actually after recording this, so it's getting closer to when Dalek Invasion of Earth is actually releasing. But anyway, that's going to be about it for you guys. I'm going to leave it there because I've had a long day and I don't really have too much more to say about this apart from I absolutely love the film. Great is a bit distracting, but it's more to do with the actual making of the actual film than anything to do with the transfer about what I don't like about this film. So, but overall, I still rate the film highly. I'd still give it a 9. I still rate it highly. I'd still give it an 8.5 out of 10. I really rate it that high. It's really good. Pushing. The only reason it doesn't get any higher is because of some of the other stuff in the story, which I think Dalek Invasion of Earth actually elevates it a little bit more. But yeah, honestly, this is a fantastic fantasy sci-fi film, which I would highly recommend to everyone. But that being said, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Sorry it's taken so long to get out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Really enjoyed being able to talk about Daleks and everything. I can't wait for you to see the second review as well when that comes out eventually. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have you picked up this or the Steelbook? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to talk about Daleks and stuff like that, hit me up. Also, hit me up on Instagram if you fancy it, because I'm always down for a chit chat, even though I'm really bad at messaging anyway. But still, send your messages over. I'll get to it eventually. I would happily love to talk to some more people about Doctor Who and stuff like that. But that being said, guys, have a great day. Watch out for them Daleks. And remember, don't accidentally end up on a different planet. Peace out.